That's right, Elvis. The crowds have already started arriving here at the Peter Roos Park in Hillbrow. We're expecting a 30,000 strong crowd to march today against xenophobia. The march will start here at Peter Roos Park. As you can see, so many people behind me have already started arriving. We're expecting many more to arrive between now and 1 o'clock, and that's when the march will move from here to the Mary Fitzgerald Square to the Newtown precinct. And basically all 30,000 of these people expected here today are here to march against xenophobia, to say no to the acts of violence and intimidation that we've seen leveled against foreign nationals in this country over the past few weeks. I'm going to speak to some people who are really here quite early today to also participate in this march as well. Let's talk to you, gentlemen. Sir, thank you very much for your time. Why did you feel it was so important for you to be here today?
As a South African citizen, I say South Africans, stop xenophobia, because our national anthem says Nkosi Sikelel Africa. So why do you think about that? Why you want to chase these people away from us? Because these people, they are bringing something to us. Our economy is growing because of those people. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's talk to somebody else as well who's also here to join in the Say No to Xenophobia campaign as well. Thank you very much for your time, Sisi. Also, equally important, you were saying to me a bit earlier on, for you to be here today.
Those are our brothers and sisters, and we are one nation, one country, one blood. Please, to the fellow South Africa, please stop the violation. I think it's very terrible for our economy.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Let's have a look at some of these posters that are here as well. Please come this way as well. Let's see what this poster is. We can ask our camera person Tabo to just, this says xenophobic attacks is not the solution to the problem. Let's have somebody else as well. That one says xenophobia must come to an end. Another one as well, stop killing our brothers and sisters. Let's take a look at the last one. This says, please stop xenophobia. So essentially, Elvis, that is what this march is about today. You would know that an emergency xenophobia coalition had put this march together to bring together various sectors of society. As you said, the unions are involved in this, business is involved in this, the NGOs are involved in this, but certainly most importantly is the ordinary South Africans that you will see take to the streets today to say no to xenophobia. Certainly a sentiment, even though they're expecting 30,000 people here, it's certainly a sentiment that is shared by millions across this country, saying that the brutality that we've been seeing on our television screens, on the streets, should certainly come to an end.
What is the route that they will follow if they leave the park where they are now, Chriselda?
If you could just kindly repeat that, Elvis.
What is the route that the marchers will take through the CBD when they leave the park where they are now?
Well, essentially the route they will follow, if I'm hearing you correctly, Elvis, is that they will move here from the Peter Roos Park and march through certain sections of Johannesburg CBD. There is quite a strong Metro Police presence here to guide the crowd from the Peter Roos Park to the Newtown precinct at the Mary Fitzgerald Square, where we're expecting several people to give speeches. We know as well amongst those people will be somebody who has been in the forefront of the assistance, you would recall, back in 2008 during the xenophobic violence. There was Bishop Paul Verreyn, who used to run the Methodist Church, and he used to accommodate many of the foreign nationals that were left displaced as a result of the violence in 2008. He's expected to give a speech here at the Peter Roos Park. We're also expecting, Zwelinzima Vavi as well to speak here as well. I understand that about 7 to 8 unions as well are going to participate in this march here as well. Universities as well will come with many students. We saw during the course of this week, Wits University as well as the University of Johannesburg, many of the students there also participating in several marches. We've seen basically that happen throughout the country, Elvis. Marches where South Africans are saying, not in our name, this has to come to a stop. These are our brothers and sisters. They have a right to be in South Africa if they're documented as much as we as South Africans in this country. But certainly quite a show of compassion, a show of force, if I may, by South Africans as well to say no to the kinds of acts of violence that we've seen leveled against innocent people who live in this country, even though they may be from other countries around the continent, but certainly they have every right to be in South Africa. One clear message that is expected to be sent by all 30,000 of these people who are expected to partake in this march here today.
Now, the Emergency Coalition representative says that they want to project an alternative image of South Africans. So I believe there's a lot of South Africans. But will they be joined on this march by foreign nationals as well? Do we know?
I'm really struggling to hear you at this stage, Elvis, but I'm just trying to grasp a bit of what you were saying. But this march doesn't only consist of South Africans. It's South Africans who are saying no to the violence, of course, but you've got different groups that are representing foreign nationals as well. You would know that the Africa Diaspora Forum, that has been quite vocal since the start of the violence that we saw, will also participate in this march. There are other foreign nationals as well. You would know that the Hillbrow area as well, many would say is, many of the areas that you can say does have quite a large population of foreign nationals, quite significant as well that this march starts here at Peter Roos Park in Hillbrow. So we're expecting many foreign nationals as well to participate in this action to say we think that the violence and the intimidation that has been leveled against us is unfair. We need to live side by side as South Africans and foreign nationals in this country. And if there are problems, there are many other ways to sort them out. We've heard from President Jacob Zuma as well as other ministers as well who are saying that dialogue needs to be started. Dialogue needs to be started about what the concerns of South Africans are, what the concerns of foreign nationals are, and how then can we live side by side? What solutions can be found from these dialogues in order to ensure that the solutions or the problems that are discussed at these dialogues emerge with what would be then seen as a permanent solution, not just something that is able to douse the fires, if I may now, but to ensure that this does not happen again in South Africa.
Chriselda Lewis, thank you so much for that update. Coming to you live from the Johannesburg CBD. Now, you can join the conversation. Follow that hashtag. Hashtag say no to xenophobia and hashtag we are one. You probably would remember also that song, Heal the World. Make this world a better place. Make South Africa a better place.